Hey guys, good morning. Hey guys, good morning. It's MarkAngelo here. It is what day is it today? Jeez, it's Thursday. It's cleaning day, and they come and clean my room today. I um I wanted to make a video regarding like personally when I transitioned back in 2003. Um, I started packing as well as binding, but I think I only did that. Gosh, if my memory does not fail me, I I packed for maybe 3 months, if that. I remember I was all excited. I bought this pack and pee device that they had back then, which I don't know if they've improved any, but back then they were pretty archaic. It was this big glob, looked like a dildo, but it was softer. And then it had a device where you would literally put the device near where you, as a female body person, would pee. And so you would hope that the stream would go directly on there and come out of this packer slice pea device type of thing. And of course, the colors are just, I mean, if anybody literally had to look, they would probably go, "What is that in your pants?" Or "What are you? Is that a penis?" I I totally became grossed out. I must apologize again for the AC. I know that a lot of people it doesn't bother, but it bothers me, so I mention it every time. I I remember that I would use it, and then you didn't always end up getting all out of this device, and so it was just gross. You'd have to get out, clean, and obviously you couldn't do it in the bathroom. Excuse me, guy. Well, I'll take my penis out and clean it, and that wouldn't work very well. So one time you got home, and if you were out all day and you had this thing that was just gathering bacteria, and it would sweat near your skin, and it always felt like something really funky was down below, like it didn't feel natural. So you didn't have dysphoria about not having one of those things. Dysphoria knowing that you're wearing this thing that's not even real, it doesn't work, that you'd end up dribbling as you're walking because the piss didn't get out completely as you shook it when you were. It was just too much of a mess. So needless to say, I don't even think I used it for 2 months. I'm trying to remember, but I threw it away. It was like, I'm not doing this. And what I started using was a sock, for a little bit, because a sock it was a lot neater and easier. And then obviously I couldn't use a urinal, but it would make me appear like I had a bulge. Well, after a while, that got old too. It's like the sock would move and it was just uncomfortable. And, you know, it would smell because, during the day you're sweating and whatever, and you have this thing. And so I just decided, you know what? I'm not packing. I don't look at men's area there to find out, oh, do they have a bulge? I mean, there's many guys that don't show bulge. And I just learned to be happy with what I have, which frankly, for a trans guy, I'm pretty well endowed and very happy with what I've had. I've always, even before I transitioned, I always had a very well developed, I guess, clitoris, because being born biologically a female, that's what you would call it. And it was always very different from all the other girls that I was with. So I'm very content with my package, if you may. And I just no longer think about it. It's not even a thought process to me. It doesn't bring any dysphoria or any discomfort whatsoever not to have a bulge. So, I know there are guys out there that that's very important. And, to each their own. I mean, you got to work through, through whatever it is that makes you feel good or doesn't make you feel good. So, if you need to pack, then it's something that you have to work through. I mean, some people eventually realize that it's more of a hassle than what it's worth, and they just stop packing altogether. I often think about it now, not because of the bulge, but if I start to date, and you rub against the woman that you're with, or you're dancing, and and they don't feel anything, maybe that, maybe not the first couple of dates. I think until the person really gets to know you, really gets to like you before they can judge you, then would be the time before you obviously go to bed, because that would be a very alarming situation if you ask me. I I would probably want something there to kind of, but then I don't know. I don't know. It's one of those things that I guess I'll cross that bridge when I get there. Because right now, that's the last thing on my mind. I'm still trying to work out my work situation. I actually have an interview that I'm going to before going to work. A lot of applications that I put in before I got hired by Walmart has taken their sweet time. So this is one of the older applications that I put in. So I figure let me give it a shot. It's worth a while. If it's a better, I still want to go ahead and give the interview a shot and see what happens. But yeah, to pack or not to pack, I think that is a very personal endeavor. If you feel very uncomfortable um, by not having a bulge, then by all means get yourself a packer. I don't know how these things have changed. Excuse me, I'm still regurgitating my breakfast. I had a big old bowl. I mean, it's like I call it a bucket. It's like I use the Hitachi, small Hitachi, and I eat directly from it. Um, it all depends on your preferences, obviously. If you feel the need, to have a bulge, then by all means pack. Um, I can imagine the kind of bloopers and accidents that people could have with those things. Imagine if it's not a pee impact could have with those things. Imagine if a pee impact device like I used to have when I first started back in the dinosaur age in 2003. You urinate and you're putting your pants down, you forget you have this packer, and if it's not tightly fit with some harness or something, poof, falls in the bathroom, and that's not a place that you want anything to fall. My gosh, Walmart bathrooms, any bathroom. I don't think I've ever been to a bathroom yet that's to my liking, because they're just gross. Bathrooms to me are the grossest things ever. As a guy, when I was female, I used to go to female bathrooms. I didn't have such a dismay against bathrooms, but now bathrooms to me are like breeding grounds of disgust, especially because I have to use a stall. And I'm sure all you trans guys out there can relate. It's like you go in a stall and it's the scene of horror. You open up the stall door and there's a splattered, literally, poopsville all over the toilet seat. Like men use a stall to take a dump, you know? And it's like, oh God. Or you're having to go to the bathroom and then you see these little feet and pants all the way down and you know what's happening. So you're like, oh, man, I got to take a piss smelling these guys' turds, afterwards. So that's one of the things that has always been hard to adjust. But it is what it is. I I don't know. I don't know. Trans guys out there, do you guys pack? And if is there any new or improved version of packers these days than when I started my transition back in 2003? Because that was pretty archaic. It's really, and I was thankful at the time because I'm like, oh yes, I get but when you put it into practical use, it was not very practical. It was pretty disgusting. But I'm a germ phobe, so I don't like dirty things. And so if you guys have any new gizmos that are out there, I mean, I haven't searched. I guess I should. I was thinking about getting a prosthetic even. But then the prosthetic wouldn't be a pee and pack. I don't think they make those where you could do both. But the prosthetic would be more for like going out on dates and things of that nature. And I know they have some prosthetics that look lifelike. Unlike the gizmo, the pee and pack that I bought back in 2003 that just did not look at down there. And I don't know if women look at guys' package. Do girls look at men's area to see how big their Peter is? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so question is there any new devices out there that are not cumbersome and disgusting? What do you guys do, or do you feel that you need to pack or not to pack? Um, those that have transitioned for longer than 10 years, are you still packing? Is that part of your routine? Let me know down below. If you guys have any questions for me, please feel free to let me know. I'm going to make this video short because, like I said, I got to go on an interview before going into work. But just wanted to make a quick video touching upon that packing or not to pack question. And if you have any questions and you want me to address, any topics that you want me to talk about, please feel free to tell me down below or email me at transitionradioshow@gmail.com. Again, that's transitionradioshow@gmail.com. I want this channel, Mark Angelo's Corner, to be a source of information for my trans brothers, and for anybody actually that has a question and wants to learn about trans issues. I will be talking about so many things like I discussed. The topic was packers. I don't pack it anymore. I think they're pretty inconvenient, pretty unhygienic, disgusting. Any that I used back then. If there's anything better and new, please let me know. I might consider it. I hate having to wait around the bathrooms to use the stalls. So sometimes I go, God, if I had something to whip out, I wouldn't have to wait around. So if you guys have any new devices that you're using and all that jazz. Anyway, guys, love you. But remember to always love yourselves too. MarkAngelo Corner, signing out.